Yo, B Marsh Boxing back at it with another post-fight review. This is the post-fight review for Keith Thurman's 22-month comeback. After being out the ring for 22 months, he returns to face Josesito Lopez, a career 140-pounder coming up in weight as usual, taking on difficult fights. And in my opinion, let's get into it, man. The man Keith Thurman, man, he was on his boxing early, what I'm saying, using his jab, using a lot of movement, using the one-twos, what I'm saying, stick and move, stick and move. That's how he was doing his thing, you know what I mean? Round two, he sticks and moves, catches Josesito with a nice left hook right on the temple, puts the man Josesito Lopez on the canvas, you know what I mean? 10-8 round for the man Keith Thurman, you know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman is looking aggressive, moving is using, there's a lot of movement, you know what I mean? Sticking and moving, throwing shots to the body. Josesito Lopez is cutting off the ring, closing the distance. He's landing occasional shots. You know what I'm saying? But Keith Thurman looks like he's going to run away with this fight and maybe might drop the man Josesito Lopez again. You know what I'm saying? Round. So the first 5 rounds, I gave it to Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman was just boxing beautifully over, and looked like he was gonna, handle his business. So even if he wasn't gonna knock out Josesito Lopez, he would look like he's gonna win a clear unanimous decision. Just basically coast through the championship rounds to the to get a decision. You know what I'm saying? But round seven, that's when Josesito Lopez had already closed the distance. You know what I'm saying? Cut off the ring. You know what I mean? He figured out with the best part, the best angles to catch the man Thurman, and he realized he's a taller fighter with the longer reach. You know what I'm saying? And he is the pressure fighter by nature. When he's fighting the man Keith Thurman, with Keith Thurman fighting on the back foot and pedaling backwards and using lateral movement. The man Josesito Lopez started unleashing straight right hands and left hooks from distance. You know what I mean? You check it. He was getting close enough to catch the guy to a point where Keith Thurman can't counter him back. And that was a great tactic, you know what I mean? Great strategy from the man Josesito Lopez. Because Josesito Lopez started beating the shit out of Keith Thurman, man. Round seven, man. I thought he was about to knock him out, ladies and gents. I thought this was going to be another, some Aaron Davis versus Mark Breland type shit, where Keith Thurman, the WBA champ, just like Breland, he couldn't, you know what I'm saying? He couldn't keep the contender off of him. You know what I mean? Josesito Lopez was like a hound dog on the man Thurman. You know what I mean? Get into the body, left hooks. You know what I'm saying? That straight right hand is snapping the man Keith Thurman's head back. You know what I mean? It was something beautiful to see because I didn't make a prediction for this fight. This fight was one of those fights like how could I even gauge where Keith Thurman is at? I haven't seen him in the ring in 22 months. Basically, I'd even forgot how the man fights and how he boxes. You know what I mean? So it was just a fight for my entertainment. You know what I'm saying? But the man Josesito Lopez put all that doubt in the air from anybody who thought that he was going to get stopped. That wasn't happening. He ain't get the memo. And he put the pressure on Keith Thurman, you know what I mean? Just like a lot of fighters have. Even Robert the Ghost Guerrero. Go watch that fight. Look at the championship rounds. Look at the pressure the Ghost was putting on the man Keith Thurman, and Keith Thurman doesn't like that pressure, man. The body shots and the head shots, you know what I mean? Keith Thurman took some hellacious shots in there, but, they weren't the type of shots, none of them really, he did have the spaghetti legs at one point in time, you know what I mean? Either around 7 or 8, because I had Josesito Lopez winning 6, 7, 8, and 9, you know what I mean? 4 rounds in a row, you check it. And I gave Josesito round 12, you know what I mean? He was dictating the pace with his aggressiveness, and that's what won him the rounds, you know what I mean? And almost knocking Keith Thurman out. And I told my peoples I was watching the fight with, yo, I can guarantee you I put money on it. At some point in time in this fight, Keith Thurman will be hurt and he will look vulnerable, like he's about to get taken the fuck up out of there. And sure enough, it happened, because I only went with that theory because it happens every single fight Keith Thurman's involved with, from Soto Corraz to Diego Chavez to Louis Collazo. And I'm saying only guy. Who else? Who else? Leonard Bundu. Every single person, ladies and gents, boxing heads and fight fans, from Danny Garcia to Ashon Porter. You know what I mean? Every single person Keith Thurman has fought ever since he debuted on HBO has hurt the man. You know what I mean? So Josesito Lopez did his thing, and then, in my opinion, his stock definitely rose. You know what I mean? He had great training. Robert Garcia, and Big G were in his corner, and get all that sparring the guy does with Josesito does with Mikey Garcia translated in the ring, especially in the middle rounds. You know what I mean? And he put up a hell of an effort. As for Thurman, he looked very very vulnerable. I think it's the ring rust. You know what I mean? Out the ring for 22 months. What we didn't know what to expect. But Keith Thurman also, man, I think that Keith Thurman who fought tonight gets beat by the Pacquiao who beat Broner last weekend. You know what I'm saying? Look, even they asked him about Manny Pacquiao. He started talking about, yeah, we're gonna have to talk to my promoters and the managers and go to the drawing board. He wasn't like, fucking right, I want Pacquiao. Give me Pacquiao. I want Pacquiao now. He wasn't yelling that type of shit. You know what I mean? So Errol Spence, I'm trying to tell you, man, Keith Thurman's days are numbered. You know what I mean? Love him, hate him, or not. The guy's days are numbered. You know what I mean? And it's a damn shame that he was out the ring. He was trying to pull a playbook out of Floyd Mayweather or Sugar Ray Leonard's book, try to stay out the ring for 22 months and come back. You never know. He might be rusty, man, but I just ultimately think guys like Bud Crawford and Errol Spence have his number. You know what I mean? VVS Lou Stones was goody, son. I see you in the chat. He says, if the rust ain't gone in 3 fights, Thurman be fighting Paulie Malignaggi spot for spot commentating. Yep. He'll be on the sidelines, man, with Paulie. He wanted Paulie. He wanted to fight Paulie too. You know what I'm saying? He had mad energy to fight Paulie Malignaggi, but when it comes to guys like Errol Spence, he be quiet than a church mouse. You know what I mean? It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? The same, even the man, what's his name, Bud Crawford. You know what I mean? Says Bud Crawford ain't done nothing in the division. Then go fight the man. VVS Lou Stone says Mikey Garcia posters after I beat Spence, I want one time next. Hey, if he beats Spence, that's what boxing fans around the world want to see. Spence will be an afterthought, and we'd love to see the man Mikey Garcia versus if Mikey gets through Spence. That's ultimately what is going to trickle down to. You know what I mean? But definitely the man Keith Thurman was rusty in there, and Josesito Lopez put up a great effort, made it a very entertaining main event. Although the best fight to me, and I knew it would be, was Kownacki versus George Washington. B Marsh Box, leave your thoughts and comments. Big up the VVS Loose Stones, and I'm out of here. One. Let me know how you guys actually had this scorecard. You know what I mean? Um, I had the fight 7 rounds to 5 in favor of Keith Thurman with 115, 112. You know what I'm saying? Because of round 2 when he